Hello, Nervosa.
Hello.
Thank you so much for taking the time to do this. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling great and really happy to come back here in London and mainly here in Underworld that we've been many times. So it's nice to be here back here.
Kind of feels just like returning a home almost to a little degree, right?
Not home. We are going to play more shows.
No, but this is like a homecoming almost because this is becoming your venue. What we associate with Nervosa is in London and the Underworld, of course.
Exactly.
It is the first day of a UK run. We are in London. There's a lot of excitement to have you back here. Do you enjoy playing in London and the UK overall in general? Do you find the UK crowds gravitate to you?
Yes, of course. It's an important part of the world. And I think all the rock and everything, it's everything born. And our influences came from here. So it's amazing. And the people here are super lovely and warm. You know, and we also have a lot of Brazilians and people from our countries here. It's a multicultural place, you know, and we like to be here always.
Do you think it's kind of like lucky, almost like to a benefit, that we have so many major cities in the UK? So if you do a tour here, you can hit up 5, 6, 7 cities all within the space of a week.
Exactly. This is a nice experience. Very nice experience.
Have you been able to sort something for the 27th specifically? Because of course that was originally Manifest. You were going to be doing Manifest. Manifest cancel-wise, it's completely gone now, unfortunately. Has there been anything you've been able to do there? Or are you just kind of leaving that date now?
No, we don't have anything that date. It's very sad because we were super excited. It was a really great lineup. It was supposed to be our first festival here in UK after many years, so it's very sad. Very, very sad. We understand that the things are
I mean, it is unfortunately what feels like the running theme at the moment. There was particularly in UK with a spate of sudden festival, not just cancellations but collapses.
Yes.
So it was really unfortunate. What's your thoughts on the collapse of these sort of smaller festivals, the venue closures, and this is not just specific to the UK, across the world, because of costs? And what effect does it have on a band like yourselves?
This was the first time that it's affecting us. The cancellation of Manifest really hit us very hard because it was a big meaning for this tour coming here. You know, we say, okay, we will play in the festival, let's make more shows.
Oh, yeah.
So, and then we booked these shows because of the festival, then the festival is cancelled and it's a big amount of money we don't have now. So, the things are very hard, but we are here to enjoy. We cannot cancel. We want to play, we want to have the experience now with the new lineup, with new girls. We have to come here to show the people the new girls and everything, new sound. So we have to work, you know. But I understand the side of them because it's not the only festival we cancel. It is happening in our world, and I think everything about COVID and the war, example, is make the prices be crazy from one side. Logistic stuff, the companies are adjusting the prices. And the bands cannot adjust the prices because the prices of the tickets, you know, like it's a mess. But I think next year everything will start to be more like, okay, this is the prices for now, you know, and everybody will be more prepared.
It is such all of what you described there, we're all living it. It's a depressing subject, but it is a reality.
Yes.
Ultimately, these costs, these increases on all areas, including from a fan base and a listener base who maybe don't understand or see what you have to pay and deal with to actually make something like this happen. So talk to me about the costs and the effort it takes to do something like this and why you think it's worth it.
The worth thing, it's we be prepared, you know, because example, some flights that we are buying for the summer festival example, we have no idea how much costs. We will know in the moment that we're gonna buy, so we are not prepared if it's too high, you know. But next year we will wait for that because we are already passing from something like that. The problem is everything it's unbalanced now, and we have no idea what's going on exactly because we have a fucking war, so we don't know what come next, you know. Other countries are investing a lot of money, but who's gonna pay this in the end? Us. So this is the thing. We don't know how much they will invest for we pay in the future.
But there was never any doubt about continuing. So you booked this tour around Manifest collapses, and you still have these dates.
Yes.
Was there? You were determined. This was what we were going to go ahead with these dates.
Yes, of course, because we cannot cancel. The fans are waiting for that. and we are a new lineup, so we have to play too. It's like a combination of everything, and cancel things is always really bad for everybody.
Of course,
so
yeah.
Try to avoid this. Is the best decision that we can take.
Well, of course, you said it yourself several times. You're back, familiar but fresh as well. With it as well, a thumping headbanger of a new song as well, Endless Ambition, which is setting the metal world alight. Do you feel encouraged by the reaction that song has got across, well, not just press, but across the listener base as well?
Yes, I'm super happy because the comments and everybody that sent me message, they were super happy and impressed with my vocal parts. And I was not expecting so much good things because for me it's a totally new world. I was not singing before, so I had an idea because I was always backing vocal, but I never studied about vocals. But when I knew that the previous singer was leaving the band, and I started to study, but I have a few months. So, but everybody say like positive things, and of course like say yes, nice, everybody likes, so we can go ahead.
It is. I think people are already kind of used to it to a certain degree, thanks to the backing vocals and elements like that. But of course, then also bringing it out into a live environment. You had a show a few days ago. The more you play, the more you sing in a live environment, are you finding it more and more comfortable?
Yes.
Even, particularly with the crowd reaction.
Yes. For me, it's something really crazy because I really feel that I was doing this for the entire life.
Yeah.
It was very natural for me. The hardest part was memorize the lyrics.
Okay.
Because my memory is not good. But yeah, it's just to study and insist on this, and then we'll be fine. But yeah, I feel really comfortable. Of course, I have many things to get better, to more experience, of course. But I was expecting even less. So it surprised me in a positive way. And yes, I'm still focused on that.
The support has been immense. I mean, any troll for your social media, be it comment sections, just messages and stuff that you can view publicly, sees that people are completely and utterly on board with the direction you're going and where we're heading and stuff like that. So it does feel at the moment very, very positive. There's a lot of good feeling, a lot of energy around Nervosa and the future. Do you feel that as well?
Yes, I feel that, and I think one of the biggest reasons for that is because we have two guitars also, you know, and Elena Cortina is an amazing guitarist, and everybody's super excited for the new album to listen the solos that she's gonna prepare and everything. Yes, and we can play both guitars together, you know, something that we couldn't do before because it was only one guitar. So this is a big change as well. So the people are super curious what's coming next for Nervosa, and I have to say that it will be like something very, how can I say, revolution in Nervosa.
Okay. Do you feel, because we avoid using terms like refresh, a restart, a rebirth, but you almost talk and describe it as it is like a rebirth of Nervosa.
Yes, yes, because every time that we have singer change, it's a kind of
course, it's a
reborn.
Yeah, it's a big thing, yeah.
Yes, and now, because we have two guitarists, it's another thing too. So, and it's the double change.
Yeah, of course.
So, yes.
The gig calendar, festival lineups, all of that is pretty packed up this year. It's actually incredible the amount of shows that are going on, not just talking about the UK, but across the entire world. Obviously, with COVID restrictions basically lifted pretty much throughout the entire world. Everyone's trying to get their shows sorted. Have you had any difficulties in getting out and playing live since the world opened up again?
No, we are a very lucky band, actually. We are having like the opposite. The people want us so much. And we are not that kind of band that is super expensive, so for us, our life is easier.
Okay.
For example, I think the bands that has like a huge expenses and the extra tour are super big, this kind of band are suffering more. But we are not in that level yet, so we are a kind of cheaper band, so for us it's even.
So you've had the opportunity to say no to a few things.
Yes, because we need some break.
Of course.
Somehow to practice for the next album or to make some stuff like that. But we are very I cannot complain.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even since the beginning, when the things start to open again after COVID, we were one of the first, or maybe the first band that play in Europe. With the tour last year, we opened many venues that was closed for 2 years.
Wow!
We were the first band to play after 2 years in many parts of Europe.
Incredible.
So we can't complain.
Yeah, I mean, from such a huge amount of instability to careful stability. It was very, very nerve-wracking
Yeah.
as we kind of came out of that. It's affected every band in some way or another, from the smallest to the biggest. But what effect overall the lockdown periods, those years, did it have on Nervosa? For example, you released Perpetual Chaos in 2021, and touring that album was obviously extremely difficult. Did it have overly a negative effect?
Yes, I think the negative effects was still about the money,
Of course.
like because the fees was closed 1 year and a half before, and when we started to tour, the fees was like in the past. So to cover all the costs, it was like a kind of was very tight.
Yes.
Very, very tight. And in the end, the money that we had, it's not that bad, but it's not that good too. And surviving with the prices rising every day, it's a huge challenge.
Yeah.
For musicians, mainly, but for the entire world.
Yeah.
Actually, yes.
You survived, you are still here. Do you feel as though you are stronger because of all these challenges? We're not just talking about COVID, but we're talking about the changes, and up to this point, the Nervosa that stands before us right now is the strongest it could possibly be.
We never know, because the future always will answer
course.
this. I can say that to you, oh yes, and then the future takes you and upside down everything,
course.
and you say like, oh, I said wrong before. We never know, but I think the most important thing is everybody do the maximum, the better that we can, and I think everybody's in the same thing, everybody's giving the blood to there, and everybody's enjoying, and everybody's super grateful and happy. Then this is the most important thing, because be surrounded people that it's unhappy, it's not good for any side. So, and this point that we have now is good. This means strong, maybe. This is like
this is all we want to hear.
Yeah.
What do you then want from the London crowd tonight? For you to leave satisfied that the trip was worth it and the money was worth it. What do you want from London tonight?
Mosh pits, everybody enjoying a lot. I want to see everybody just smiling, happy, screaming, crazy, and then have fun.
Have you looked outside? From about 5:15, so we're talking like an hour, 45 minutes away from doors, there's already a queue formed. So people are desperate to get in.
Yes.
What does the rest of 2023 roughly look like for Nervosa? I realise there's probably little you can tell me, but is the expectations to kind of busy away, play when you can, and just work on what comes next?
Yes, we have a lot of important festivals
Of course.
on the summer. And then we have our album coming out in September. And we are working for that. We have a lot of things that will change in Nervosa, so we are working hard to practice it, to prepare everything. This tour of the shows of Nervosa will be bigger. So, and then it's a big move, and we are planning some tours to promote the album in the next half of the year. I'm still not confirming where we'll be. We have a lot of offers, so we have to make some
work
choices.
out, yeah.
Yes. But we are super excited for that, because this new lineup composed a new song, so we want to play the songs that we did together. This is the point for now.
The future is exciting. That's all we want to hear. It's incredible to hear. Right, there's the last section, and this is changing the tone completely. So you can be a Londoner and not be born in London. You know this, right? It's a state of mind more than anything else. I'm not English, I'm Irish, but I'm a Londoner. I've lived and worked here most of my adult life. So I want to see how much of a Londoner you are. And I have 10 questions that, quick answers, very quickly, that will prove how much of a Londoner you are. So you want to have a go?
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, you might be on honorary one. So we begin with this. What side of the escalator do you stand on when using the tube?
The what? Sorry,
The tube, London Underground. You're going into a tube station. We have a rule, a law almost, an unwritten rule that says you must stand on one side and let people walk down the other. Which side is it? 50-50, left or right?
The left.
Oh, no, it's the right. No worries. What is the name of the river that runs through London?
What?
What is the name of the river that runs through London?
My memory sucks, man.
No, that's cool.
This is a kind of bad joke.
It is the Thames. It's the Thames.
Help me.
Okay, what colour are London buses predominantly?
Red.
Yes, it is red. There we
at
go.
least one.
The giant Ferris wheel that offers immense views of London is better known as what?
Do we say the spoilers? No, say. London Eye. Okay.
It's the London Eye, yes. What is the name of the smart card that can be used to pay for public transport? has a specific name.
The car.
Yeah.
I bought this.
Something on
It's a blue?
Yeah, it's water-based.
Color.
Water-based. Might have a pearl in it.
Oh,
Oyster card.
Oh, yes.
Okay, a couple more. What is the name of the park that sits next to Buckingham Palace?
Come on. Hyde Park.
No, St. James's Park.
Oh!
What infamous murderer is mostly associated with the area known as Whitechapel?
Jack the Ripper?
Jack the Ripper, it is. Absolutely. Okay, this might be a hard one. What does the Cockney rhyming slang term mince pies means? It rhymes with some part of your body.
My English is very poor, man. Again.
It's eyes. Mince pie's eyes. It's a weird thing, Cockney rhyming slang. Even I don't get it. Penultimate one. Where would you be if you heard the phrase "mind the gap" over and over again?
The tube.
You'd be on the tube. Absolutely. We have an honorary London here for sure.
Yes, you live it here.
But you will win outright if you can give me one thing, just one thing, because Londoners are famous for their bad tempers. One thing that is likely to send a Londoner into a bit of a rage. Just one thing.
It's not waiting in a line.
Waiting in line is one of them, absolutely. Yep, we've got one.
No.
Anything? Traffic.
Yeah,
traffic.
Everywhere.
Standing in the wrong spot on the
Yes.
tube. It's London. Everyone's angry, so yeah.
Yeah, traffic in everywhere, yes.
You're an honorary Londoner for sure. You need to brush up your London knowledge. Next time you come back, we'll come back to this.
Yes.
Thank you
I remember it's always killing me.
Thank you so much for taking the time to do this. Best of luck tonight. I think it's going to be an incredible show.
Thank you so much for the opportunity, for being here, interviewing us, and give this opportunity. Really, thank you so much.
Thank you very much for watching. If you liked what you saw, please help us out by giving us a thumbs up and hitting that subscribe button. If you really liked what you saw, consider donating to keep the website and channel running by buying us a coffee via our coffee page or picking up some merch from our Big Cartel store. You can check us out on gbhbl.com as well as via our social media, Facebook, Instagram and Twitter, as well as listen to our interviews via SoundCloud, Apple Music and Spotify. Just search for GBHBL. Games, horror and heavy metal. What else is life for?